or not everyone, but most of you who are here, still here, the last of the Mohicans. I hope you had a fantastic conference. I at least had drained a lot of energy from it. It was really a vibrant conference, I must say. I hope you had the right answers to your questions at this conference, or maybe also the right questions to your answers. Well, as you know, Olympic Games are coming up, and that's a time to pass on the flames. And I would like to call upon Dr. Marco Albonico, because this week, the flame of the chair of the Federation of the European Societies, Tropical Societies of Societies of Tropical Medicine and International Health will be passed on. I was the former chair, and now Dr. Marco Albonico will be the new chair. And if you look at his CV, he's really incarnating the diversity of FESMI as a health professional, a practitioner, a scientist, also an activist, and now as a chair maybe also close to the policy influencing level. Well, as a FESMI community, dear Marco, we wish you all the best, and you can count really on our full support. Good luck.
Thank you, Karel. Thank you for your nice word. I'm honored and proud to take the helm of FESMI in the next few years, especially with the energy and inspiration that I got from this very exciting Congress. And in the opening ceremony, first of all, I belong also to a small yet dynamic Italian Society of Tropical Medicine and Global Health, which I would like to acknowledge today. And in the opening ceremony, there were two keywords that struck me, among the others, as expectation for this Congress. And they were collaboration and networking. And indeed, FESMI is a proactive network, and we work in close collaborations. We have a solid board with dedicated health personnel, and as well a secretariat which will be efficient in Saarland University in Hamburg, in Germany. But moreover, FESMI is made by many of you. I mean, there are more than 13 societies of tropical medicine and global health. We are joining the federation, and they sum up to more than 16 health professionals. So all together, especially with the fantastic organizing partners like the UMC Utrecht, the Dutch Society of Global Health and Tropical Medicine, and the Knowledge Global Health Center, we really made altogether this Congress a success. And I believe that we are going home much richer than we arrived, than when we arrived. So I thank you all, and I would like to introduce an energetic young professional. Is also moderator of this closing ceremony. Is the ambassador of the young generation, and her name is Kimberley Nagesser. Kimberley is a last year medical student and coordinator of Youth Delegate Program, a collaboration between the International Medical Student Association of the Netherlands, the Ministry of Health, Welfare and Sports, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So, Kimberley, thank you very much. I give you the floor, and you would like to summarize, maybe in a snapshot, 3 take-home messages from a young generation perspective.
Thank you. And speaking from me and Marco, we are very excited to be able to wrap up this conference with you. And we hope you are inspired, but also activated. And as the speakers of the opening ceremony mentioned, that you are also activated to connect your head, your heart, and your feet, that you have been able to build alliances, and that you will walk the talk. And we will not wrap up this session alone. We will reflect on the Congress with Dr. Kuma Aboagye and myself. And then we will have a performance from the core. And we will wrap up by looking ahead at ECTMIH 2025 and having some words of gratitude. But first, I would like to give the word, like to invite Koiwa, also known as Mama K. She wants to share some words with us from a community perspective. Give her a warm applause.
For those of you, can you hear me?
Yes.
For those of you who still don't know me, my name is Koiwa Koilabi and my nickname is Mama K. Somewhere in the southeastern part of Ghana, specifically in Volta region, in a place called Mepe, lives a woman called Kekeli with her family, a husband and 3 children. They've lived in this community their whole life. Kekeli is a trader. Husband is a taxi driver. Children go to school. In the same region is located 2 water dams, which is a major source of power for Ghana. The Akosombo Dam and the Kpong Dam. Kekeli and her family have been going through this year normally without any hassle. But somewhere in September 2023, they went to bed and woke up to find that their home was flooded. They immediately had to exit their home together with their neighbors and equally exit their town to save their lives. Unknown to Kekeli and her family, the Akosombo Dam, which is managed by the Volta River Authority, had to exercise a spillage in order to save the country. Because the water level of the dam have been rising due to the rising level of rainfall in Ghana. If they had not done this spillage exercise, that would have a negative effect on our power. They did give notice to the community, but Kekeli and her family did not know. Today, as we speak, over 30,000 people around that region are displaced because of this spillage exercise. They are angry. They want somebody to blame. They are pointing fingers at the government. They are asking questions. What they don't know is that this spillage was necessary, but really, it had to be done because of the climate change, which has been causing increased rainfall and which caused the water level of the dam to come up. All I'm saying is, we've had conversations here on planetary health, climate change. The truth is, up until July 2023 this year, I did not care, I was numb to the impact and effects of climate change. But now that we've had this conversation, let's go and engage the people. Let's go and engage the community. Any difference, any impact, any intervention that will have any long-lasting effects can only happen if we plan and engage with the community. Thank you very much, and all the best.
Thank you so much, and I think it's hard to follow up such a powerful message. But for my reflections, the slogan of ECTMIH is shaping the future of equitable and sustainable planetary health, and this cannot be done by doing business as usual. During the Congress, we have not shied away from difficult topics that can be uncomfortable or have been neglected. Topics such as the role of the healthcare system on climate change, topics such as decolonization, but topics that need to be discussed when talking about health. We've put our planetary health glasses on and taking a different perspective, and this gives me hope. Learning about these topics and engaging in difficult conversations will help us shape our future, because as one of the speakers today mentioned, it is outside of our comfort zone that change happens. I would also like to compliment the organization of ECTMIH by practicing what you preach and leading by example and taking a huge step into involving youth meaningfully. Youth has been throughout all of the Congress in a group of volunteers, which is a way for us to be involved in the Congress, to build our network, but also in the organization. You have given us a voice in sessions, not only by letting us participate, but also by helping us, letting us shape the sessions itself. And another important thing that I take from the Congress is the acknowledgement that meaningful youth participation also means that giving youth the tools and the knowledge to participate in the discussion. And from my personal experience as a young healthcare professional, also being involved in global health and in advocacy, I always feel like my experience or my knowledge have to live up to that of my older counterparts. But all voices matter, and we need to work together across borders and across policies to get that better future, to work towards equitable and sustainable planetary health. Let's walk the talk together and shape the transformative change that we want to see in the world. And to share his reflections, I would like to invite Dr. Patrick Kuma Aboagye, the Director General of the Ghana Health Services, to share them with you.
Thank you very much, and it's really, I feel privileged to be invited to this august community to give you this closing ceremony. I think it's been humbling, the work that has been done as I go through the things that you've done. First and foremost, I want to thank organizations like you for the support that you give lower middle-income countries coming out of all these challenges that health sector provides for us. There are many challenges in the lower middle-income countries, not only in sub-Saharan Africa, but other lower middle-income countries. Some of these challenges include the issue of quality. We've been fighting for access, but we really are not tackling quality because of the challenges and the cost of providing quality. We were supposed to be dealing with infectious diseases and just focusing on infectious diseases, but now we have non-communicable diseases rearing its head. And of the top 10 conditions of disease in some of our countries, about 5 of them are non-communicable diseases. And we agree, we all know how it costs so much money to manage. The challenge of the lower middle-income countries even include the fact that they do not even know who has it. So for those with hypertension, we only see them when they have strokes or they can't feel some part of their body because the diabetes has just killed all their nerves. And there are many, many challenges that we face too. So, for example, in my own country, Ghana, only 19% of the people who have hypertension know. So which means that about 80% of the people, it just happens that the first time they get to know is when they have a major complication. Health emergencies is also another major. Koi just mentioned them. We are having to deal with the floods. And these floods has caused displacement, and we're only looking at the displacement, but everybody in the community, even if your house was not affected, your farm is gone. What are you going to eat next year? These are challenges. There are serious psychological challenges we are having to deal with. Health facilities have been washed away. Health workers, about 300 of them have been displaced. So how do they challenge some of all these things? We have a supply chain issues. And even where we have them, how to get them to where we need them still remains a challenge. And all these health emergencies are there because of climate change. Koi talked about MEPE. We are dealing with 6 regions. The 3 of them are above the dam. Because of the heavy rains, they are also flooded. And of course, as the dam fills up, it has to be spilled. But because of the way the communities that we're having to deal with, despite the fact that we had 3 months of education and simulation, people were still adamant that the water will not come. So when it came, most of them were not prepared. The challenge we also have, and as you all know, is the fact that the community expectations are very, very high. Community expectations are very high, and so that challenges those of us who are the lead of managing service, that they expect high, but the challenges are many. And so having such a meeting and discussing and coming through with these solutions is something that we clearly need. Chair, in all this, there are opportunities. At least COVID brought us a lot of challenge, but also brought us a lot of opportunities. Now we are able to move with digitalization. It's going to help us leapfrog some of these challenges. How do we take advantage as a lower middle income country? How do we chart our own path? Because the contexts are different, the issues are different, the motivation is different, and the resources are different. How do we, as a people, chart our course? And that's why I like this afternoon's presentation of localization or decolonization of health. How do we champion these important issues? But there's also hope, and I like the fact that the young men here and women here who are here, I'll just use my own history. In 23 years ago, when I was called, that there's a part of this country where maternal child health and reproductive health is very low. So go there and work there. Mr. President, I was just given a vehicle, and I was going to a place I have never crossed before. I went to the nearest bus station and asked, is there anybody going to Bolgatanga? He said, yes. Because otherwise, I didn't know the way. I didn't have a job description. I didn't have a driver, and I was just given an old Jeep that please go and work. We went, we defined our own challenges, we found our solutions, and I think we were able to deliver. So many years ago, when Koi came to my office, I have an issue with hypertension in pregnancy. How can you help me? I was a bit, how can you address this problem that we are struggling with that we can't? But I could see the passion. But I told her passion is not enough, but we need to encourage. And that's why I want to use this opportunity that anybody here, whether a young scientist, whether you are a student like Kimberley, please chart your own course. Make sure that you know the problem. Knowing the problem is an important way, and you can always define the solutions that best fits the system. And I want to really use the opportunity that we should go on and continue supporting our nations. And this can only be done if you have an important strategic partnership, which is a partnership of equals, partnership where we share resources, where we share ideas. And I hope that this will be the cause of this association. And with this, I want to thank you for the opportunity for being here, and I hope that the next time I get invited. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And now it's time for a very special performance from Decor. For the people who are wondering what it means, the first part of the word stands for decor, and the second part of the word stands for the Dutch word koor, which means choir. And tonight, 25 young musicians will join us, and the koor has been at the top of the international choir scene for years. So give them a warm applause.
Too much in my system, money MIA, mama making ends meet, working night and day.
Daddy ain't no home, gotta be a man. Do it for my homegrowns, do it for the fam.
And I'm saying, hey, just for your love, yeah. And I'll give you the world, Mona Lisa style, hey.
And I'm saying, hey, another 25 to life. If it makes me a king, a star in your eyes. Hey, yeah. Taking it. Hey, yeah, hey. Taking it all for us. Oh, taking it all. Guess you figured my 2 times 2 always equates to 1 dream as a selfish. When it all comes down to it,
I hope when you come back, you remind me of who I was before it all disappears into that good night.
We're taking it all, taking it all.
Taking it all.
Taking it all, taking it
Thank you very much. It's really moving, and I think I always feel when I hear this choir that music is a universal language, and really many voices united have a very powerful and yet harmonic but very strong voice. It's like a cry that reaches much higher than any single one. So we experience this in this Congress. I think it's the challenge and the many challenges we have in front of us will be achieved and defeated with the collaboration and union and speaking the same languages and defeating barriers. Let me just very briefly, before going towards the announcement of the future towards 2025, I would like just to give you some tips of FESMI towards the future. You know, FESMI is an acronym, but then F means is like also fragile. F like fragile communities, forgotten health. We as Federation take care of neglected communities, fragile contexts, including neglected health in conflicts. We consider health as a public good that leads toward peaceful societies. And E is like environment. We talk of climate change, but also biodiversity loss, food crisis, environmental pollution, refuse disposal are all nature challenges which are global health emergency. S is like science, and we promote science as an instrument, as a powerful instrument of political and social change. T like tropical with a question mark. Does tropical medicine still exist? We have to move from the colonial heritage terminology towards a process of decolonization on tropical medicine and global health. M for migration. Migration are epochal, unstoppable movements that have been there for decades. We should not deal with them as an emergency, but we have to manage the influx of migrants, safeguarding their fair access to health. I like inequity. Global health is about equity and justice, creating fair societies and realizing the right to health. And finally, health. We're moving from Health for All, of Alma-Ata Conference in 1978, towards One Health to global health, and finally towards the health of our planet. So I think this is the message towards the future, towards 2025. And I'd like to invite my colleague, Carsten Kohler. Please join me. Carsten is the president of the German Society of Tropical Medicine, Global Health and Travel Medicine. And I let him give him the floor for an important announcement.
Thank you very much, Marco. Wow, I'm still impressed by this power and music we had before. Ladies and gentlemen, as you already heard by today, the European Conference of Tropical Medicine and International Health, Global Health, ECTMIH, is not a one-time event happening, but it's a series of conferences and maybe already became a sort of movement. And initiated was this series of conferences, maybe this movement, in 1995 by the Federation of the European Societies of Tropical Medicine and International Health. The first ECTMIH took place at that time in Hamburg in Germany. And one of the main tasks of FESTMI is to make sure that every 2 years there will come up another ECTMIH. Therefore, the General Assembly, where I'm also part of, met here this week on Tuesday in Utrecht and decided where there will be ECTMIH 2025. And the General Assembly decided that at the time, 2025, exactly 30 years after the first ECTMIH, the upcoming ECTMIH will come again to Germany. Therefore, as current president of the German Society for Tropical Medicine, Travel Medicine and Global Health, I'm very excited about this and looking forward welcoming you all in 2 years' time in Germany. But maybe you also want to know where it takes place in Germany. Yeah. Therefore, I would like you to watch with me the upcoming movie.
My name is Jürgen May. I'm the director of the Bernhard Nocht Institute for Tropical Medicine in Hamburg. The series of ECTMIH, this great European conferences for tropical medicine and international health, was launched in Hamburg in 1995. At this time, it was organized by this institute. For me personally, I have shared memories as there was my first presentation at a scientific conference as a young doctoral student. Now, I'm pleased to announce that we will be celebrating the 30th anniversary of ECTMIH in Hamburg in 2025. It will once again be organized by the Bernhard Nocht Institute, which will then have, by the way, also a birthday, 125 years. This will be organized together with University Medical Center in Hamburg and the German Society for Tropical Medicine, Travel Medicine and Global Health and many others. We all know that there are many relevant and urgent issues in tropical medicine and global health. Therefore, we need solid information from research to negotiate these issues with all stakeholders. From pathogen structures to implementation, from climate change to patient management, from high-tech lab research to field epidemiology. There are so many things to discuss. That's why I'm looking forward to an exciting conference, interdisciplinary, dynamic, diverse, innovative, pioneering, like the city of Hamburg, with great infectious disease research institutions, the huge harbor, and exciting nightlife. I hope to see you there.
So that's it. The gateway to the world. Then let's go, ne?
People have been coming here for hundreds of years, and if there's one thing we can do, it's welcome visitors.
Moin! That's a friend of mine.
We really have a lot to offer here. A whole lot of water, for example.
Water in the center.
Water in between, water all around. And sometimes water from above. Or from the side. But don't worry, with all that water we have a lot of bridges. More than anyone else in Europe. And they don't just connect neighborhoods, they connect people. We have culture.
That sounds better than anywhere else.
Culture to get high on. Culture without limits. We have places to hang out when skies are gray.
And when the sun shines.
We simply think big.
And sometimes really small.
But always beyond the horizon. We love sharing the city with nature. And we have a great appetite. An appetite for quality, with bite. To take away, to eat in, or to drink. With lots of stars. Or just beneath the stars. What else do we have? We have fun and love entertainment. Have fun with loud music and lots of cool people. Surrounded by color or completely in the dark. And around the clock. Ain't that the truth, Rosie?
Yep.
But in fact, we want one thing especially.
For you to hop aboard the next boat and come here.
To the Hanseatic city of your dreams. The Pearl of the North. The Venice of Germany.
The El Dorado of the Elbe. One thing's for sure. Here, you'll find what you seek.
Welcome to ECTMIH 2025. Welcome to Germany. Welcome to Hamburg. Thank you.
Education is the power of knowledge. And where knowledge is a study of world. Knowledge is a practical, and where the practical is a creativity. Knowledge is a creation of development, and where development is growth of life. Knowledge is a study of art, and where art is involvement. My name is Hanneke Dekker. I'm the chair of NVTG, the Dutch Society of Tropical Medicine, and I am so proud. But I'm not going to stay on the stage by myself because I want these beautiful people with me. I like to invite Joyce. And Joyce is not alone, so I like to invite Janneke. I like to invite Alai. I like to invite Manouk, Juliette, Cecilia, Noah, Esther, and Martin, and Jacco. Jacco disappeared. Oh, Jacco. I want you to show you the best ECTMIH team in Europe. They were great. They have power, they are creative, they always continue, they believe in a lot of things. Sometimes it was not easy, but they continued. They spent hours and hours to make all this together, and I am again so proud. What I want to do is to give you a symbolic gift, because it was about planetary health. I'm going to give you not flowers, because that's not sustainable. What I'm going to give you all is a plant, but not a plant where you only see the green leaves. I'm going to give you something because we also see underneath the roots. And I think this is symbolic for ECTMIH. We were talking a lot about planetary health. We were talking about how we can stay healthy, how can we make a beautiful world. But then we look a little bit to this, to the leaves that we can see here. But often the discussion went deeper, and we were talking about the problems underneath. And that's why I want to give you this symbolic gift, and I want you... Oh, sorry, Helene. Oh, sorry. One more time, an applause for Helene, because this is my mistake. I want to thank you all. I'm going to give you all kisses, and in the meantime, Rick is coming.
So time flies when you're having fun. And, sure. Unfortunately, even nice things have a tendency to, at one point, end. And so this meeting. Perhaps there's only one person even prouder than Hanneke, and that's me, because I've seen the team growing. Joyce joins me, huh? We're chairs together. Yes. I've seen the team growing, the plans growing, and at the same time, the plans being realized. Yeah, we did it. You know, it was a bit of a bold and brave move at the start, I think about 1.5 years ago. But I'm so glad that we took that challenge, and you took that challenge, and I'm so glad that still so many of you are here. I've been to conferences where, at the end of the day, the audience in the room was the same as the committee that had the closing ceremony, you know. There were no more people in the hall, and here you're all there. I hope you realize that it's really finishing now, that it's close, so you have to go and find and do something else, or perhaps simply travel back home. Anyway, it was very good seeing you. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as we did. This goes well beyond learning only. It's experiencing the world of global health and the world of planetary health. And I hope to see you all back soon somewhere on our beautiful globe, working together, having bold ideas, making them happen. But for now, we have to close the meeting. Any last words by Joyce?
If you allow me, absolutely. But I will keep it short. And I just want us to remember one thing. It's the same thing I said at the closing of a summer school we organized last summer. So we're all here, gathered, but there are also lots of people who are not here today. And just remember them and pay it forward. So take the learnings that you have gotten this week, take the connections you've made, take the inspiration and ideas and share it. Share it with others. And pay it forward. Thank you.
Okay, and with this, we now close this great event, except that Hanneke, another final word. So it's not... over till it's over. Huh?
Oh, a big thank you to...
Yeah, this team in the back, and Lynn and Peter and...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We have many, many, many more people to thank. One of the things that we'll actually do is make sure that those people who are thank you, who are in the background, making sure everything runs so smoothly, are actually being seen too. Is there anyone from our Congress Bureau here from Pino? If so, please wave. And otherwise, I want you all to just shout. There's a recording, so we can show them, we thank them. So please say out loud, thank you. And the second group I would like to thank is the team behind all the monitors, all the screens, all the emails about PowerPoints that need to be delivered. And that's the technical production team. And Sam, I can easily recognize because he is, yes, Sam, come, just wave so people see who we are. And your whole team, thank you. And you will actually, one of the things, so 2 more people to thank, the photographers whose pictures you've seen already, Sam and Kors. The pictures will be shared, so you can see that, but one of the pictures we also asked them to take is of all the people working in the background, so you actually see them and we can acknowledge their work, not just by thanking them, but also acknowledging, seeing them physically in the background. It's a team effort, and it's a team here, it's all our partners. We're really proud of all the partnerships we managed to forge to deliver this Congress to you. So thank you, everyone. Is this really, okay, and the final word for you.
I'm not entirely sure, but I try to. So should there be anyone who should have been thanked but hasn't been thanked, like the participants?
Yes,
a great thank you to you all. This is the final word. Please go home safely and see you soon.